Hello. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hi, Joshua. Good morning. Morning. Hi, Addie Grace. What you doing on here, Addie Grace? Are you in school? Good morning, Glenn. How's everybody doing today? Happy Wednesday. I was going to say happy Monday. It's not Monday. We're not going backwards. Good morning, good morning, good morning. This season, you've got places to go. Happy Wednesday. I'm glad you're doing good, Glenn. Me too. Me too. I'm doing good today. Very good today. Everybody, don't forget to click that like for me, which I know you all have already. So, what's everybody got going on this Wednesday? I know, Addie, you're probably in school or at lunch, maybe. Are you on lunch break? No, you're not in school. Okay. Oh, you didn't. Oh, the weather is horrible. The bus was really late, so everybody from the bus stop went home because we were freezing. Oh my gosh. It's supposed to be like that here tomorrow in North Carolina where I live. It's going to be like in the teens. It's going to feel in the teens, and it's not going to get out of the 30s tomorrow. Today it's in the 50s. Yesterday was almost 60 degrees. It was 60. It was so hot. I had on so many clothes. I was so hot yesterday. Yeah, the weather is very unpredictable. It's that time of year, January through February, very strange weather. And then here, I bet you next month, it's going to be spring already here in February because North Carolina, the weather is strange like that too. So, yeah. Well, I'm glad you're home. I'm glad everybody went home because, yeah, that's dangerous. That is dangerous. I've got the birds on behind me. I don't know. You can see them over Yappy. The birds are chirping. This is Mam's what Mam watches when she's watching TV. She's not back here with me though. You woke up this morning, there was snow everywhere. Oh my goodness. Last night there was no snow at all. Isn't that crazy, Addie? It must have started early this morning. It must have started really early. We haven't had any snow here at all. None. We had some flurries of snow. Oh, that was last year. My gosh, time is going by so fast. I think last January or December, not 2025, 2024 December, and then 2025 January, I think we had some snow. We haven't had any at all. We're in 2026. Right now, I think about things as in 2024, and 2025 was a blur, and now we're in 2026. It's like time is going by so very fast, so very fast. You got over 12 inches. Whoa, that's a lot. Now in the mountains here, they do that, but here where I am in Charlotte, no. But you would think that we would get that kind of snow because if it snows even a half of inch of snow, everything shuts down here. Everything shuts down here in the Carolinas. Everything shuts down. So yeah, there would be no school for days. No school for days. Now, on a day like today, where you are, they would have had no school for snow, no school at all. If it was milder but colder after the snow, they would have had a 2-hour delay. So yeah, they would have a 2-hour delay. So your buses would come 2 hours late, which is nice, I guess, for some kids. You get to sleep in and whatnot, but you still get out of school the same time. They don't hold you over for 2 extra hours. So yeah. Wow, that's something. That is something. Like, wow. Hey there, Crystal, my love. How are you doing? Crystal, you inspired me yesterday. I did a haul from BJ's yesterday. I said, I'm going to do, my friend Crystal inspired me. I'm going to do a grocery haul because I never do hauls. But I did one yesterday. Ah, I did it yesterday. I was thinking about you, but I couldn't, I had to show myself because I did. Because I couldn't figure that out, Crystal. You do so good because you could do it without showing yourself. I ain't figured that out yet. But you inspired me. I'm like, Crystal always does her little mini hauls. So I'm gonna do it. It was like 5 minutes. It's like a 5 minute video. The thumbnail says mini BJ's haul. So yeah, after, here in North Carolina, BJ's had a special and we hadn't renewed our BJ's in about a year. And I love BJ's and I like it better sometimes than Sam's and Costco because Costco, you can never get in there. It's too daggone crowded. Just flip my camera the other way. Oh, duh. I know how to do that. Yeah, I couldn't. Let me tell you, Crystal, yesterday I had to go get my car tags because you know how it is here. I still don't have my license. My license expired in August. I still can't get in to get my license because every time you go, they have the sign up saying it's full. You go in there crying, whatever, and they're like, sorry, you can't get an appointment here to get your license. But at least my car, my tags are good. They're good, Crystal, 2026. Because I don't need nobody picking me up, nobody pulling me over. Hi, Primo. So yeah, I don't need anybody pulling me over at all. At all. Primo, you on lunch? So yeah, my crystal boo, you inspired me yesterday. So I had to do a little mini haul, just a couple things that we picked up when we went to do our $10 membership. Because memberships at BJ's are $60. They went up because they used to only be 50. When I got my very first one, can't even get an appointment. No, Crystal, you cannot. You cannot. I can't either. My license expired on my birthday, August 9th, 2025. I cannot. You cannot get an appointment. I have gone in there all times of days every single day. I have gone to the actual DMV several times and see some of the same people. We all get sent home we all get sent back. And they're like, well, you need to come between this time and this time. I'm like, okay, we do come between this time and this time every time. It's a yes. Humble, primo. Yes, you're on lunch. Yes, at least you're going to be home alone today. Okay, you get a break. You get a break. Where's your baby brother, Addie? Humble says, thank you for making me laugh, Lion King. I guess that was this morning on Pretty's live stream. Welcome, Humble, my dear. Humble Jade from London. Are you from London? From the UK? From the UK. I think Humble Jade is from the UK. Hey, Leo. How you doing, Leo? Okay, your mom drove him. Okay. He's not going to be happy when he finds out that you didn't go to school, that you didn't go. Hey, Temper, my love. So, yes. Humble. Thank you. You're so sweet. I saw you at my niece's live stream this morning at Pretty Heart. Thank you so much. I wasn't able to say hello. So, hello, and thank you so much for coming. I was getting ready for my day, so I wasn't really active in the live stream, but I was there. I was there. Yes, she is lovely. She is lovely. She is. Your mom and your brother were already gone by the time you just decided to go home. Okay, did you let your mom know? What's up, Temper, my love? What is up with you today? So, yes. Oh, Primo, what you having for lunch? Empanadas? Where the Primos at? Yeah, you told her. Okay, good. Just be careful at home. Make sure everything is locked up. I'm good, Temper. I'm so good. I'm so glad you're here. I'm on my laptop because you know the story. My phone that I film with every single day, that I have filmed it every day for 12 months. This is my old iPhone 11 Pro Max. Won't hold the Wi-Fi anymore. I love filming on this. And so I need another device to film on because my actual phone. Hi, Fatima. Blessings, my love. Good morning. My phone that I'm looking at you all with, I needed to be able to text and respond to people while I'm on the live stream, or if I want to show you all something or whatever. So I can only do silent live streams at night with this. So you'll see a lot of silent live streams at night with this one. Did you like my silent live stream with my mother? I didn't get a lot of views on that with my mom in her beautiful bikini on the beach in St. Croix. Okay, boo. Hi, my love. Hi, Lisa. Ah. Primo says hi, Lori. And Primo says hello, Leo. So yes, blessings to you, Lori from Fatima. Addie says lunch at school was so much fun. Me and my friend made so many TikToks. But most of them are in my drafts, and I only posted one of them. Okay, I gotta go look. I gotta go look at those, Addie. Hi, my nephew. Hi, Azan. How are you doing, honey? I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Azan says hello, everyone. Please go and subscribe to Azan TV, where you'll see the A team, Azan, Alexis, and Amaris doing our interviews amongst so many other people there. And there's a new host, Pete. So check out Azan TV. I think it's every other day at 5 p.m. There's a premiere. So please check them out. Check them out. Yes, blessings to all the lovelies in the chat from Fatima. Temper says, hey, Lori. Primo says, hi, Fatima. That's Proud Mixed Child, Fatima. Fatima is in Canada, Primo, and Fatima's brother is John. You usually see him in the chat, John Medeiros. That is Fatima's baby brother. Oh, you love the plushie, Humble. This is Yappy. Isn't she adorable? She's so cute. This is my girl Yappy. She's usually here. It's hard right now with I can't, it's hard because we're on the computer, so it's hard for me to gauge where Yappy is on this camera. I can't figure this out. So yes, Azan says, hey to Primo and Lori and everybody. Hopes you all are well. So cute. It's a tie, Humble. It's a tie, not a Beanie Baby, but a tie plushie. She's a tie flippable. The one thing I do like about this computer is you can see everything right side up. When I show it to you, it's not backwards. When I'm on here, I can't get it to mirror. So everything is backwards. But here you can see everything as I show it to you. Like if I show you a book. This is one of my dear friends, Jen Pierre Rich. She wrote a book. So you can see it, The Alchemy of Being a House. So you can see it straight. Whereas if I showed this to you on my phone, it would be backwards. So yes. Oh, I know Crystal's probably gone. I wanted to ask Crystal. Crystal did a haul yesterday, and she had some things from, I forgot where Crystal went shopping. I don't think it was Food Line. Was it Walmart? I can't remember. But she had some rolls from Roadhouse, Texas Roadhouse. And Zoe and I were wondering if those Texas Roadhouse rolls, the frozen ones you get at the grocery store, are as good as the ones at Texas Roadhouse. Because I wonder if they're as good. Because, when we buy stuff, grocery hauls are the best, Primo, aren't they? because you learn about so many different things. So many things. Humble's from Birmingham, UK. Birmingham. Humble. My mother loved London. My mother visited there several times. And my mother had lunch with Princess Diana at a luncheon one time. And my mother was an operations manager of a chain of stores in the islands. And also, I think Alaska has one called Little Switzerland. And Little Switzerland sold, they began out, I think, as a camera shop years and years and years ago, centuries ago, no, decades ago. And when my mother was in, they had just phased out, they were just getting ready to phase out the camera department. And they were sold crystal and china. So they sold Rosenthal china, and they sold, right? I think so. I always get it backwards, everything in Wedgwood. So my mother would come to London to go to the Wedgwood factory. I don't think it's in London, though. I think it's in the outskirts somewhere, to meet with the master potters there. So yeah, my mother loved London, and that is my dream to come. I want to travel to all the places that my mother went to without me, because at that time my mother was doing that traveling. I was in my early 20s. I was living in New York, and my mother was traveling back and forth. This was in the 80s, back when my mother brought me my very first 5-star cassette. When I became like a super fan of 5-star back then. And I got a nice trench coat from London. It wasn't a Burberry. I don't think it was a Burberry. I'm not sure. But yeah, so that is one of my dream spots, to come to London where my mother was and visit. So yes, hello there, my sunshine Lunas. How are you doing today? Red Lobster biscuits are better in your okay, then Roadhouse. I had never had a Roadhouse, a Texas Roadhouse biscuit, Primo. Now I do love the Red Lobster Cheddar Bay biscuits. Now you can make them yourself, and I do make them at home sometimes, and I do like them. But I'm not always a cheesy person. But I do like the Red Lobster biscuits. It has to have a lot of butter, a lot of butter. So yes, yes. You did both mock exams. You know, we need that. We need that horn. That boom boom boom. That boom, boom, boom. Good for you, Lunas. Good. So how do you think that? How do you think you fared in that? And then you'll be a, you know, that helps you with the actual exams that are coming up, right? Yes, me and cheese don't rock, Primo. Now, Primo, I love cheese. I love mac and cheese, but it has to be extra sharp cheddar, and I have to make it myself. I don't want that mac and cheese that people make on top of the stove, and it's all runny and drippy. Like, oh God, no, I don't want that. And I don't like mixing cheeses. You know how people make mac and cheese these days? It's got 10,000 different cheeses in it. No, extra sharp cheddar is mac and cheese. That's what I want. And yeah, so hey Tina, my boo boo, happy Wednesday. So yeah, but I'm just not a cheesy girl. I used to be as a kid. Oh my God, I would just eat the cheese, you know, the old fashioned American cheese in the plastic wrapper. I would just gobble that up, right? Which is no good for anybody. Um, but yeah. Hello, hot chocolate. There's my hot chocolate. I'm doing good, honey. I missed you. I didn't get to respond to you in Pretty's chat this morning when you said hi. So, hi, my love. I meant to text you, but I had to run and take Zoe to work, and that all got away from me, of course. You and Prima, I didn't get to speak to in Pretty's chat. So, yes. But I'm doing well. It's Wednesday. It's Primo's favorite day of the week. It's Wednesday. Feliz miércoles. So, yes. Too much cheese. Ah! Yes, Primo. Too much cheese will, as we say in the Virgin Islands, that cock you up. Cock you up. Too much cheese is going to cock you up. It cocking you up. You're going to get cock up. Yes. Whew, that part. Ah, Yes, it will. James knows. He knows. Yes, it will. Yeah, James, I didn't. Did I send you this live stream, James? Because I went in to send you. I bet you that it's in the text thing. So I'm going to delete it now that you're here. Because I start doing something and then I go to something else and forget to press send. That's what I do every day. I forget to press send. In the dictionary next to people who never press send when they send a text message, my picture. It's in there. It's in there. Ah, yes. Oh, you're gonna go live. Oh, and Mr. John today doing cards. Oh, Tina. I need Mr. John's everything. I have to look up Mr. John. What's Mr. John's at, Tina? What time are you going? Ah, yes. You're welcome, Primo. Right, you didn't get the notification. I figured so. And also too, because I'm on my laptop, and that's a whole nother situation too. So we don't always get the notifications. I noticed Pretty was talking about that this morning too. We don't always get the notifications. Okay, good. You think you passed? Yes, yes. No, don't think. Say I know. You passed. We know you passed. Of course. Tina, yes, you can post it here. Of course, honey. Okay, humble. Jade. Yes, Primo. Pretty in tears laughing. I know you did. I saw. I saw her calling you and James the goofballs and Stone the goofball. And excuse me, somebody new in her chat. She said they were a goofball too today. Jade is a beautiful name, isn't it, Lunas? I love the name Jade. Okay. Mystic John. Let me see, because I can't click on that. Let me see if it lets me click on it on my phone. Got it. All right, I'm subscribing to John. I'm putting on the bell notification. Does he have it upcoming? Okay, 1:30 p.m. Hopefully I'm not here. So we'll see. I'm going to try and get off. But I got it. I put it up. I pressed the notification for me. Somebody has to tell me how to do this again. You know how you put the guidelines up? So when people come to your channel, that pops up. I need to know how to do that. Primo, do you know how to do that? Everybody has it on their thing, and I want it on mine. And somebody, I think, tried to tell me once. But, I can't. I need to see it. I need the step by step. I have to see it to know how to do it. All right. All right. I just put a comment on there, Tina. Thank you, Tina, my love bug. Thank you so much. Okay, my Lunas, honey, I love you. I'm proud of you. How do you do what? Oh, Primo, when you go to somebody's channel, before you go in to make a comment and it says to you, please be kind or whatever, and then the blue box says, got it. You click the blue box and then it lets you go on and make your comments, and you could tailor it to whatever you wanted to say. Talk to you later, honey. I love you. That's what I'm talking about. John is usually on for like 3 hours. Woo! All right, I'll make it then. I'll make it. Are you going to be there with him for the full 3 hours, Tina? So yeah, I will come. I will come there. I will come there. I will. Video tutorials. Okay, I'll check it out, Primo. I'll try to find one. to show me how to do it. Because I'm sure there's tutorials on how to do everything on here. YouTube University. That's where I learn most things. You'll try your best to be there. Yes, Tina. Okay. Well, I'm going to try to be there. So, yeah. I'm glad you told me about it. But I made a comment anyway. And I think I clicked like on that. I hope I did. Let's go back. No. All right. Like number 1 is me. Like number 1 is Lexi. I'm going to put Tina sent me. Tina sent me. Okay. So that's good. Because I think I've only gone to 1 or 2 things for Mystic John. Tina, I haven't gone to a lot of Mystic John things. Okay, it's in general settings before the live stream, Jade said. Some tutorials are misleading. No offense to them. Yeah, they are. They are, Primo. You're welcome, Tina. You're welcome, honey. Of course. Of course. All good juju around here. All good juju around here. Yes. Thank you, Jade, for telling me that I have to look, but you have to do it right on, like I would have to do it on my laptop, because when I go on the laptop, I don't ever see that. When I come on here, because normally I do it on my YouTube, on my phone, vertical. I love a vertical live stream because you get more engagement, more views, your videos get pushed out to so many more people. But because of my phone situation now, where I'm only down to 1 phone, I have to do my live streams here. So yeah. On my laptop. So that's why you're seeing me horizontal and not vertical. Although I know that now if you do a vertical live, now you can change it to horizontal if you like. I think YouTube has offered that option. So I think that's why I'm getting as many views as I am getting going horizontal on the laptop, but it's not pushing out. And that may not be just because of that. I noticed that my engagement, my live streams used to get no less than over 1,000 views every day. And now my live streams barely get, if I get 300 and something views, that's a lot. And I noticed that's been happening the last month or 2. It's like YouTube, I don't know what's going on with the algorithm or what. So yeah. That's okay, Jade. No worries. No worries at all. That's fine, honey. I don't expect you to engage in every single thing. You're here and I appreciate you. And I thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I thank you so much, Jade. I appreciate you. Yes, yes, as I for a few weeks. Yeah. I decided, Tina, that I'm only going to go live maybe 4 days a week now. And the reason for that is because my phone that I vertically film on is not holding the Wi-Fi anymore. And I don't know why. I just don't know why. So yeah. Prima, my lunch is empanadas and sello rojo. I know you can't have it at the moment, so I enjoyed it for you. You're so thoughtful. You are so thoughtful, Primo. Get out of here, Primo. Get out of here with that mess. So thoughtful. Thoughtful would be if a delivery just happened to pop, a knock on my door at the same time you were eating lunch, and somebody was bringing me a plate of empanadas and say, oh, uh-huh, uh-huh. So yes, Tina, that's why I haven't been doing a lot of live streams. Are you talking to me or Primo though? Because Primo is not going live anymore, but he will be live on February 7th in less than a month. His 37th birthday. So he will be live on February 7th. So look out for him there. But as far as I'm concerned, I have decided that on Sundays, Mondays, and Tuesdays, which is when Zoe is off right now, I'm not going to be going live on those days. I may have a video post on those days or a short even, but I won't be live on those days or a post. You know, you'll see any of three things. You just won't see me live on those days because I need to spend time with my baby. If we have appointments and different things I need to handle. And so those days are days for me to rest and regroup and do the things that I need to do here. So yeah. Okay, Tina. Yes, my love. Yeah. So that's why you haven't seen me. And especially because my phone has decided to just go kaput. And the phone works. I erased everything on this phone too, which I'm mad that I did that. I erased every single thing on this phone. And I'm so upset that I did that. So upset that I did that. So yeah. Thank you, boo. Lorian just sent me a picture of me on her laptop. Thank you, my boo. So yeah, so the phone will work. Like it will work, but it will not hold the Wi-Fi. And I don't know why. I can't figure that out. I've erased everything. I reset the network. I did it all. And it just will not work. It will not. Are having issues with their phones? Yes, Tina, a lot of people are. Primo, you said, I saw the Sayoroho prices online and I agree. Yes, some of the prices are ridiculous, but it's that inflation hitting everywhere it is. But even before now, Primo, like years ago, before I had told you that I found the Sayoroho here at Campare, when I cleaned it out, if you go online to get one bag of Sayoroho, and it's not the giant bag of Sayoroho, I think it's like almost $30 or $40 for one bag of rice. I'm like, yeah, absolutely not. So we do have Rico here. So I use Rico. Rico is just as good, but it's not the top. But it's better than Goya. I used to use Goya rice because the medium grain because I could never find Sayoroho or Rico, but now we have Rico, so I just use Rico. Have a blessed day, Fatima. Love you, honey. Oh, good luck at the dentist. Good luck at the dentist. I hope you're only going in for a cleaning and nothing else. Jade says I'm funny. I can be Jade sometimes. I can be funny sometimes, Jade. So yes, that nostalgia has to do with it also because it's iconic. It is iconic, Primo. It is so iconic. You know, I just love it. I love my Sayoroho. Love it, love it, love it. So yes. Yes, take care, Fatima. So what were the Primos having today? Primo, did everybody have the same thing? What type of pate? What type of empanadas? Beef? Bacalao is my favorite. Saltfish is my favorite, but I love beef. I make both of those. I make the beef and the saltfish. And I like to make my own dough, but I don't always do that because it takes a lot of time. And yesterday when we went to BJ's, they had the dough, the box of it. So I think next time I go, I'm going to get some so that I can make some pates for Zoe and I. So yeah, I'm going to make us some. Beef. I love beef. I love beef. And I love bacalao. I love saltfish. I love saltfish. Woo, saltfish pate. Chef's kiss. So good. Now in St. Croix, they make all kind. They make conch. They make shrimp. They make cheese, which you know I'm not eating that. They make all different kinds, but there's nothing like beef. You know, the picadillo, gotta have that. Gotta have that. That's the best one. Have a membership. Okay, with Sam's, and you definitely buy by the bulk. Yes, primo. Yes. Yeah, I love Sam's Club. I love Sam's, but I'm so glad to be back at BJ's because when you go to BJ's, you don't have to worry about parking or anything. When you go to Sam's Club, it is always crowded. And Costco, forget it. You can't even find a parking. I can never find a parking spot at Costco. Never. There's my saucy. Saucy boo 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 boo. Saucy love. I hear that we're having dinner this week with Dr. Ninja Turtle. A birdie told me, a little birdie told me. That little birdie called me yesterday and I missed their call. So give the little birdie a kiss from me. I'm doing good, Saucy, honey. I loved Saturday. It was amazing. I'm just sorry I couldn't participate, but it was amazing as always. And yeah, I love it. I loved it. I loved it. Yes, you and Deb. She told me. She told me. Yeah. Please give Dr. Ninja Turtle my regards. Way over in Maui. Ask Dr. Ninja Turtle to give you and Deb, especially my Deb, a hug from me. So, yes. Rice too, humble. I love rice. Sexy Lexi hump day. Chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. Ah, yes, you love collecting plushies. Ooh, you have 30 Build-A-Bear ones. I love Build-A-Bear plushies. I have a few of those too. Not as many as you, though, but I have a few. I'll have to get them together one day and show them. Yeah, I have a couple of Build-A-Bear ones. So, yes, my love. My saucy boo. Yes, we shall. Yes, he's got lots of shorts. Oh, and a live already. Okay, I got to go to his channel and see those. I have to go see those. It's so nice when we meet each other in the wild, right? In the wild. Meeting up in the wild is the best. Is the best. Yeah, I love that connection. I love that. I'm so happy that because he's been planning this trip for such a long time. And I'm so happy that he's coming there and to see you too. I'm so happy. Yes, he's going to share it all. Yes, I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see. Yes. You on your way to work today or you off today, Saucy? Yes, world travelers through each other. Yes, we are. We are definitely world travelers through each other. All of us, all of us. It amazes me. All the people that come, right, to all of our threads and our live streams and everything from so many different places. Like we have the beautiful Humble Jade here from the UK. We have Proud Mixed Child here from Puerto Rico. We have so many people here from so many places. And that is what I love. Like we all can connect and build this community together. And I love it. I love it so much. I do. I love it so much. Yes, heading into work in 20 minutes. Okay. Have an amazing day, Saucy. Have an amazing day at work. So how's the weather there? It's cold here today. Tomorrow it's going to be only in the 30s. I'm sure you miss it. I'm sure you miss it. It's going to be in the 30s, but in the morning when I take Zoe to work, it's going to feel like the teens. I know you miss it. I'm going to send you some of it. I'm going to send it to you, Saucy. I'm going to send it to you. Yes, liberate worlds. Exactly, Primo. Exactly. It's nice. Good, Saucy. 82. Oh, I love it. Yes, I love it. 82 in Puerto Rico. Yes, yes. Yesterday it was in the 60s here. It was 60. I was so bundled up because I had to go out yesterday. I was sweating because it was cold in the morning, but then it was warm. But when we got home in the afternoon, today it's damp and cold. My bones today are not feeling it. And the sky today is just white. There's no blue, there's no sun, there's no nothing. It looks like it's going to snow. Tomorrow will be in the 30s, though, so it will be cold enough for snow. But I don't think that's in the forecast for us at all here. So yeah, we don't get a lot of snow here where I live in Charlotte, North Carolina. We don't get a lot of snow, especially here in southern Charlotte, North Carolina, South Charlotte. But up in the west, in the mountains and everything, they get a lot of snow. They do. Yes, Mama Lexi was strutting in that throwback, St. Croix Beach. Well, yes, that was Mama Jewel. That was Mama Jewel. Yes, she was. God rest her soul. God rest her soul. Yes, Mama Jewel was strutting it, strutting her stuff, strutting her stuff. So yeah, she was everything. That was my everything, my everything. My mom used to model too, Trey. So yeah, she was supermodel Jewel. Supermodel Jewel. You're welcome, Primo. I know what you meant, though. I know what you meant. I don't want people in here thinking that was me, though. I don't want them saying, "Oh, that was Mama Lexi." No, that was not Mama Lexi. That was Mama Jewel. Although Mama Lexi used to look like that way back in the day. Auntie. Nah. Yes, don't call me grandma. Call me auntie. Nah. Life's a beach. Yes, it is. Life's a beach. Saucy knows that. Life is a beach. Yes, sexy Lexi. What's my name at 70? That's a good question. And 70, instead of a sexagenarian, I got to look it up because I have them all written down, but sexagenarian is the best era so far. So, let's see. So we will be septuagenarians. So at 70, I will be a sexy septuagenarian. Yes, you do your Tuesday and Friday beach live streams. Yes, when you get done with work on time. Yes, I love it. I love that. Sourcey. Everybody should go watch Source. The Source 479 is amazing. You never know, you might end up on stage with the Source because he interviews all of us content creators out here, shines a light on our channels and everything. Hey, Mrs. G. Mrs. G. YouTube's favorite auntie, Mrs. G. How are you doing today, my love? Happy Wednesday to you and Happy New Year. Mrs. G, how are you, honey? Hi, Leo. How are you doing, Leo, my love? The accent. Septua. It sounds sexy. It does. Septuagenarian. Septua. You know, I have all kinds of accents. I have my New York accent, my Boricua accent, and my St. Croix accent. All rolled into one. When I first moved back here to the States, though, from the Virgin Islands, my Virgin Islands accent is very strong when I'm around my VI people. It's stronger. My mother wouldn't allow me to speak that way, though, because she didn't understand it when I was growing up. She's like, you need to speak regular English. So some people would never know that I was raised in the Virgin Islands from the age of 6 to the age of 30. But yes, when I'm around my people, it comes out. It comes out. I'm so glad you're great, Mrs. G. I'm so glad you're great, honey. Happy to see you here. Yes, a nice blend of accents. Yes, Mrs. G. I have my Bronx, New York accent, my St. Croix, U.S. Virgin Islands accent, and then I have my Boricua, my Puerto Rican accent. So yes, BXVIPR. That's right, Primo. That's right. That's where we at. My Primo, he knows. On the mean streets of Cleveland. That's where Saucy. Is that where your accent's from? Cleveland Saucy. Cleveland rocks. Who did that? Drew. What's his name? He's from Cleveland. My cousin lives in Cleveland. She went to college in Ohio and she stayed. And so she lives in Cleveland. And my daughter is like, oh, we should move to Ohio. Hey, Addie. And I'm like, I'm never moving to Ohio. That snow in Ohio? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No accent. Drew Carey. Yes, Saucy. Drew Carey. Yeah. Yeah. Because he's always repping Cleveland. Humble says. Jade says, Auntie Alexis, the beautiful queen. I thank you, honey. You're so sweet. You're so sweet. Okay, primo. So, yes. So, Sorcy, hopefully you have no. Today is probably your longer day of working today. Probably working a full day today. There goes Lori Boo. Blueberry pie. Model Lorianne. Yes, blueberry. Sorcy. A little slash of Southern accent. Mrs. G, you have a whole bunch of Southern accent. I hear it from you as soon as you open your mouth. I hear it. Now, my father was born in Georgia, and but he was raised in Georgia, I think up until maybe a teen or so. And then my grandmother and because my grandfather had been passed away when my dad was young, my aunt, my grandmother, and my father moved to New Haven, Connecticut. So my dad didn't have any accent. But my dad's from Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia. That's where my daddy's from. A whole peach pie. Yes, you are. A whole peach pie. Yes, you are. Indeed. That twang. Yes, Saucy says, Auntie got the twang. Yeah, she says, right, Saucy. You're the posh one. You're the posh one with your British accent. Yes, you are, Jade. You are posh. Posh Spice is Humble Jade. Posh Spice. Nah. I love it. I love it so much. So, Mrs. G, how is everything in your world, my love? I hope all is well with you and your family. Posh Spice, indeed. Posh Spice. Yes. Humble Jade is Posh Spice from the UK. Jade is the real Posh Spice. She just don't want nobody to know. She the real one. Nah. She's the real Posh. Yes. Drop by Jade. Okay, Prima, I gotta check that out. But yes, let's see. But yes, Sexagenarian Era is loading. We got about 8 more years. We got 7.5 more years, but it's loading. Bye, Saucy. Have an amazing day at work. There she goes again. There's my Tamelia, my boo. How you doing, honey? She says I have her full attention. You had my attention last night too. I just wasn't in the chat, but I was there. My boo. Oh, Jade, are you a content creator? Let's see. What's Jade got going on? No, Jade. Oh, but Jade has some playlists though. She has some playlists from Build-A-Bear and stuff. But I don't think those are Jade's videos though. But Jade has a little playlist. But because Jade loves Build-A-Bear and stuff, but Jade doesn't really have a channel right now. But yes, Jade is advocating for disability rights. And I love that, Jade. I do love that. As we all should be. For me, the disability comes in my body, right? Not in my mind, but in my body. But I guess we could say most of us suffer with disabilities and or abilities. There are secret power, our special powers, right? Our secret sauce, if you were. I know, Primo, me either. I haven't been to Build-A-Bear since Zoe was 10. I think for Zoe's 10th birthday, I took her and a couple of her friends to Build-A-Bear. Yeah, I haven't been there since. And Zoe's getting ready to be 28. So it's been about 18 years since I've been to Build-A-Bear. So, yes. Yes. Good. Finally get to see the smile. Yes. Tamalia says she hopes everybody is well. Okay. She's doing hair. Okay. So, yes. Right, you'd be in choir right now, Addie, if you were at school. So happy you're not there. I know, because Addie can't stand her choir teacher. Her choir teacher's a piece of work. A piece of work. You got a frog named Meep. I think I have a frog too. I tell you, I can't get to them right now. If I could, I would bring them here and show you. But I have a couple of Care Bears too. But my favorite Care Bear is a Lucky Bear. But I want a couple of other Care Bears. Zoe had a giant Care Bear. And in the move and everything, it got all messed up and stuff. And I think we threw it out. And she's so mad at me for that. But it was falling apart. And so she needs a new one. And I would love to get her one for her birthday this year, her 28th birthday. So that's something that I got to figure out to get her for her birthday this year. So, yes. Yes, Jade is an awesome supporter. Hello, Tia, my love, blessings and blessings. Happy New Year, Tia. Hi, honey. How are you doing? It's so good to see you, my beautiful friend. Everybody, Miss Tia Blue is in the building. Miss Tia Blue is in the building. So, yes. Jade said thank you. Primo Proud Mixed Child said hello, Tia. How are you doing today? Oh, good. Humble Jade subscribe to you, Mrs. G. Oh, you're singing a song in a different language, and he went over one word 20 times like Buddy. We have other songs we need to learn too. Well, he doesn't know what he's doing, Addie. You already know that. It's so good to see you, Tia. Taking a break from work. Yes. Thank you so much. I love you, my beautiful friend. And Happy New Year to you. And I pray that 2026 is a much better year for all of us here, for all of us, that it is an abundant, prosperous year full of peace and power, love and light to all of you. So, yes, Tia says, have an amazing evening and stay prayed up. Absolutely, we will. Absolutely. Thank you so much for coming by, Tia. Love you. And I'll be back over to you. I've been watching a few things. I just haven't been able to catch your live streams. So I got to catch you live again, as I love your live streams. I love interacting with you. So, yes. But it's just, it's amazing how, Prima, we were talking about, me, I was telling you about being tired and everything. And I don't know if anybody here has felt it, whether you're younger or older, but I've noticed since the winter arc, since October of 2025 and November, December, and now we're into January 2026, the tiredness is upon me. And I know that this is a season, this is the winter blues where people suffer a lot of depression, some of them. And I don't, but the draining and the being tired, it is on this, like when 5 o'clock comes, 8 o'clock, yeah. And I don't ever go to bed early. Last night I didn't go to bed, I don't think till, I might have gone to bed before midnight last night. I might have gone before midnight. But yeah, I usually don't, I'm usually up until way after that. But the tiredness, oh my God, it sets in, it sets in. Yes, I know you are, Primo. I know, but I don't think it's anything physical for me. I just think that I'm just tired. It's this time. I've never felt anything like this before. during this time of year, but I know so many people talk about it, about feeling drained this time of year and tired because of it gets dark earlier and that seasonal depression, which, like, no, I'm not crying, I'm not sad, I don't want to sleep all day. No. But I just feel tired. Like I just feel that drained and tired. Like right now, I do feel a little tired. But when I get off here, I'm going to be fine. It's just that feeling that I have right now. So, yeah, I don't know what that is. I don't know. So, yes. I love you. Your family doesn't allow you to upload videos. Okay, I understand that for bullying. Yes, yes. It is so true, Jade. Being disabled, um, or able to having a superpower, I'm going to say, because none of us are disabled. We just have superpowers. And having a superpower is difficult for some people because they don't understand it. They don't understand it. And bullies do suck, Primo. They do. Bullies are terrible. They're terrible individuals. And we just can't give them that power, right? We can't give them that power over us. Not at all. Not at all. And they're people who have not, they don't having either they're not loved, right? They don't feel loved, or they are so have been so over, and there's no such thing as over loving someone, but they've been where people have been spoiling them to the point, right? To the point where they have no other way to do but to take things out on other people because people overindulge them. And that's what makes a bully. That's what makes a bully. It really, really does. And yeah, that's why I'm very aware always of my surroundings too when I leave the house, because I walk with a cane. Sometimes in my home, if my back is really bad or I'm in a lot of pain, I walk with a walker. I'm not in a wheelchair or anything like that. I do walk. Yesterday, though, I was in a lot of pain because I went to DMV. And usually there's a handicapped section at DMV, so I could go and sit there and wait for somebody to come and help me. But yesterday, there was nobody in there. There was only 3 people ahead of me in line. So I'm like, okay, I'll just stand. I'll just stand. I brought the people. Zoe said, Mommy, you brought the people. Because after I went in, the line was around the corner or in there, right? And but standing up for a long period of time hurts my knee. And then we went to, I need a double knee replacement, by the way. My left knee is usually the knee that gives me so much pain. But when I'm standing for a long time or anything, my right knee is what takes it. I guess I favor my right side because I'm right-handed and everything. My right knee takes it. And yesterday, I felt like my knee was going to go out. And then after we left there, after standing for however many minutes I was standing, then we went to the big box store and we shopped. So that was a lot. That was a lot on my knee yesterday. So yeah, yes, you've been emotional. You're going to be honest, right? But after talking to one of your besties, you feel better. Yes, and I even bought myself beautiful pink flowers today. Yes, you deserve them. Yes, yes, indeed. Right, Primo says yes. They aren't tough. That's why they target those they feel are weak. Right, which they are not. Absolutely, Primo. Yes, Primo says that's great to Melia. I'm so happy for you, honey. I know you've been feeling down because of grandma, right? Your memories. And we get that, like I said to you, grief is love with nowhere to go, right? That's what grief is about. Because we put so much love, we loved that person that we lost. And we have no place to share that because that person's not here any longer. And I know that because of my mommy, and so many of my ancestors have gone on. I have one aunt that's left, one aunt, and she's my everything. But and she's a Morales. She's the only Morales left. But my mother, being the Morales matriarch, is now gone, and so it catches me in spurts, right? It catches you off guard, like you're fine, and then all of a sudden you could see a piece of dust fly by in the air, and you're like, that reminds me of my mommy, or in your case, your grandma, or anything, and sometimes we don't know what it is at all. We just wake up and we have that teary feeling, right? And we feel so emotional that day and we don't know what it is, but that's what it's, our loved ones. And they're here embracing us. They're embracing us. And I know when I do my prayers, a lot of times the tears come down, and I do my prayers several times a day. And I just finished a 9-day novena. And and if you don't know, I am Catholic, and a novena is a prayer that you do in succession. It's like a fast, and you do it for several days, and you light candles and so forth. And so, that makes you emotional. It truly does. It truly does. Primo says, with time, healing is possible. It helps to reflect on happy memories. It does. And laugh about joyful moments with our loved and our fallen, to keep them alive in a good light. Exactly. And Jade says, yes, it does. And it does. Now I can laugh at things that my mother did, and everybody, at all my ancestors that have left. I have those happy moments. And sometimes I wouldn't say, when I have that cry over mommy, it's not always a sad thing, but maybe it's just something, it's just emotional, just we're emotional. And I'm a very emotional person, and I'm also an empath. And when you're empathic, you feel other people's emotions deeply. Like, I feel you all. This is what keeps me going. When you come here with that energy and everything, that's what fuels me. But I can feel when somebody is down, I can feel those energies and those emotions. I feel them like it's me. So that's very hard for an empath. It's very hard. And we feel those emotions, at times. So we have to regulate. And that's why I decided that I won't be here on Sunday, Mondays, and Tuesdays anymore, because I have to regulate my heart and my spirit. And I have to, ground myself, and keep myself upright and looking forward and being positive. So I have to take that time for myself, absolutely. So yes, it's a blessing and a curse, though. Yes, Tamelia says it's hard and I have to restore. You do, Tamelia, you do. Right. Oh yeah, you said you wasn't telling mom, I haven't taken any meds since September for chronic pain. And I'm wondering if your body is healing and detoxing. That too, because meds do numb the emotions too. Yes, you're going to show more love. Yes, Tamelia, and that's true. Our bodies detox. That stuff is coming out of your system, and that does allow your emotions, because you're not numb, right? When you take some of these things, we're numb, and especially if we're taking any kind of things from mental illness or anything like that, it numbs you down. I remember this is when I first was diagnosed with degenerative bone disease and my osteoarthritis and everything. This was way back, like in 2015, 2016, and maybe 2016, I think. And I started seeing a psychologist. I think he was a psychologist. I could not stand the man, by the way. And I did not stay with him long, but he put me on all these different meds. And I'm like, yeah, I couldn't function. And I'm like, I cannot live my life not functioning. Is this what you give to people? And I took myself off, because I'm like, yeah, no, I cannot live my life this way. I have to feel my emotions and my feelings. So yes, Primo says, I celebrate. They are at rest peacefully. Yes, because seeing them fight and knowing the results weren't going to change. Right. And it was their time to go. Hurts. It does hurt to watch, right? God rest their souls. It does hurt to watch. It does. Humble says, I was bullied growing up, beaten by bullying. Yes, because you're different. I was born 8 weeks early and was very poorly, had breathing tubes and everything. I did too, Humble. I was a preemie. I was born 2 months early, so 8 weeks as well. Before my mother was due with me, I was in the hospital. I was in an incubator for probably over a month. I was in an incubator. Yes. And I have asthma. I was born with asthma and everything, because back then in the 60s, when women got pregnant, they were able to drink and smoke and do all things. There were not those guidelines that they give to pregnant women today, right? For their health and well-being of them and their baby. And my mother didn't know. My mother smoked. I think at one point she couldn't anymore because it made her sick. And my mother would drink. She was not an alcoholic or anything. She was a casual drinker, right? Maybe a glass of wine or something like that. As an adult, I've never known my mother to drink, because my mother could handle alcohol. But as a result of her smoking for the little bit of time during her pregnancy that she was, and it was probably before she knew she was pregnant with me in her first trimester, I was born with asthma. So yeah. So yes. Oh, let's see. Yes, Primo says meds make things worse. They do. They do. Primo says, he said, sorry, Humble. Humble said, it's okay, Lion King. And Primo says, I have a suit and tie photo to take. Oh, later for a family event after work. Ooh! Supermodel Trey in the building. Supermodel Trey in the building. I can't wait to see that. I hope you have somebody with your phone in hand so they can take a picture. So you need to send it to me. Tamelia says, yes, I was feeling like I'm going crazy. Lucky looked at me the other day and I got teary-eyed and he touched my face because they know, our animals know. They know how we're feeling because they're empaths too. They know how we're feeling. Yes, especially our cats and dogs, they do. It may be harder for a fish or a turtle or a frog, but a dog and a cat, they know how we feel. They are empathic creatures. So they know this. They know. They do know. So yes, Primo's offering prayers, Tamelia. Yes. Tamelia says, I hope you have fun, Primo. Yes, Primo says, I will. You have asthma too, Jade. Yes. Right now that I'm older, I'm almost 62 years young. Yes. In my sexagenarian era. I haven't had a lot of asthma issues, thank God. Thanks be to God. And I'm allergic to fur. I'm allergic to Mam. But I take allergy meds, and Mam has never bothered me at all. I don't get sick from her, but I make sure I wash my hands after I'm touching her and petting her and everything like that. When I live with an animal, I have no problems. But if I were to go to Tamelia's and Lucky's there, as much as I would want to love up and hug on Lucky, I would probably start sneezing and my eyes would swell up and I would start wheezing. So I would have to be heavily medicated when I come and see Lucky. Because when I come and see Lucky, I want a kiss and a hug and a boops from Lucky. When I go to Puerto Rico, I want a boops and everything from Minnie and T too. So I have to be medicated. I have to be medicated. The photo you commented on recently, Primo. Yes, was a model shot. Yeah, Primo. Yes. Yeah. Tomei says BD gonna be sharp. Is that gonna raise? That may raise the child support, Primo. This may raise the child support. I'm just letting you know and let you know that Primo, I ain't got no extra money for Jordan. We ain't got no extra money. That I'm telling you right now, Primo. Keep it under wraps, Primo. I love. Good morning, Sandra, my love. How are you doing today? Or good afternoon, because I don't even know what time it is. Oh, it's almost 1. It's almost 1 in the afternoon here where I am. It's 12:52 p.m. Got to put my watch on. It'll be time for steps in a bit. But I may or may not do them on camera because I'm probably not going to be here that much longer. So I'll do my steps when I get off. So yes. You'll give him a pass tonight. But starting tomorrow, cha-ching, Primo, cha-ching. Cha-ching, those dollar signs are rolling. 9:52 a.m. in California. Is that where you are, Sandra? In Cali. Lucky is definitely a Black Panther. Lucky is definitely a mini Black Panther, but he's the sweetest little thing ever. That was little Bombay self. Lucky is not sassy. Mam is sassy as hell. Lucky is so calm, but that's a boy cat, right? When we had Mango, my ginger Mango was so loving and hugged up on us and loved us. Mam was like, get away from me with that. It's on her terms. When she's ready to snuggle up and hug up, she'll come and I can pet her and love on her. Sometimes she'll even let me hold her and do all kinds of crazy stuff to her, right? But then other times, no. Like the one time she smacked me in the face because she's like, no, I don't want to do that. I was holding, I was like, man, I was doing all kinds of crazy stuff. And she smacked me right in the mouth. She's like, no, Mom. Bad, just bad. He's getting fluffier. Yes, I know. He's not going to get mad, Tamelia. He's not. He's a gentleman. He's a gentleman. Lucky reminds you, Salem from Sabrina. Yeah. He does, Primo. 5:52 p.m. in Birmingham, UK. The UK. So, yes. Yes, Tamelia, we have to be medicated because when you were saying that the other day, you're allergic too. So yeah, we have to be for our fur babies because I'm not going to get rid of Ma'am, and you're not going to get rid of Lucky, But that's what happens, right? That's the price we have to pay. I remember when we got Mango back in 2018, and Mango had a freak accident, and so Mango was only with us for 6 months, 7 months, maybe 7 months. That's the only time we had Mango, and it was short lived. Mango was the sweetest baby ever. But the doctor was like, you're allergic to cats. The allergist, she's like, wait a minute. What do you mean you're getting a cat? And then I said, yeah, we're getting a ginger cat because Zoe had picked him out the litter. He was the only ginger. And they were like, gingers are 99.9% male. And of course, she told us that Mango was a girl. So we thought Mango was a girl, but Mango wasn't. I know, Tamelia. Mango was the sweetest ever. Mango was so adorable. Absolutely adorable. I got to show you guys Mango. Some of you have already seen Mango. I need to make a little video of Mango. But Mango was just amazing. Absolutely amazing. And so smart. Smart as a whip. Smart as a whip. Let's see. I got to find Mango. I have so many pictures of Yappy. I mean, of Yappy, of Mam. Yappy's like, excuse me, I'm not a cat. Get it together, mommy. Get it together. But Mango was a mess. Let's see. So here's Mango. It's hard to see though. Here's little Mango. In the sink, in my bathroom sink. Mango loved water. Oh my God. Mango loved water. Mango would play in the water and do all kinds of stuff in the water. Mango loved water. And then here's Mango too. Wait, I gotta find a spot where you don't get the glare. And there's Mango. Mango had the most beautiful markings. Mango was adorable, absolutely adorable. Just adorable. Sweetest, the sweetest. And I said, well, Mango used to get into stuff, right? Which is how Mango ended up passing away. And I'm like, oh, we'll get a girl cat because my very first cat I had was a long-haired, beautiful cat named Kitty Girl. I've never seen a cat from that day since who had such a pretty, pretty face. Such a pretty face. Yes, rest in peace to Mango. And when they purr, oh my God, I know, I love it. I love it. And Mango was the cutest thing. Thank you, Jade. Yes, the purring sounds like a car motor. It does. It does. Yappy is thinking, does Prima secretly read Cat Fancy magazine? Yeah, Mango was adorable. Mango was just adorable. And Mango was so loving. And I'm like, well, Mango used to take the water and scoop it up and splash it everywhere. Mango would be in all the sinks and the tub, and Mango was doing the most, right? On top of the fridge, on top of the stove, all that. Mam doesn't do any of that. Knock on wood. She does not get up on the countertops or anything, but the table, I've given her the table because Zoe and I don't sit at the table in the dining room. So I've given her that table is hers for her food and everything because we have bugs here and I don't want any bugs and stuff getting in her stuff. So I put it up. We have a high like bar table. So that's where Mam resides. That is her table now. And so She doesn't get into stuff like that. But Mango, oh my goodness. Mango is a mess. Mam is a tornado. That she is. She is a tornado, and especially she's calm when she's going through it because she still needs to be spayed. That's on my list, my prayer list. Everybody send well wishes and prayers that we get Mam spayed. There are 3 things on my list that have to be done before April of this year, right? One of them is there's 4. One of them is getting my NASM, which right now I don't know if that's happening. And I'm just going to say that out loud. It may not happen. It will happen, but it may not happen by that time. But getting Mam spayed, I need an oil change. That has happened way before the end of this month. I need an oil change. I need to get my driver's license because in the state of North Carolina, it's simply impossible to do, which is so freaking ridiculous. And there was another, and my NASM. So there's 4 things that are on my bucket list to be finished, to be done and finished. And one of those things may not. One of those may not. Yes, Prima, I am cooking again. Yes. Well, I didn't have anything to cook. And when we went to BJ's yesterday, that kind of sparked me, right? So Sunday, we're going to have steak for dinner. I'm going to make steak for Zoe and I. We haven't had steak in so long. We haven't had a good steak. It's been 3 years now because I can't afford it. The meat prices have gone up so high. So we're going to have steak, tenderloin. I believe it's tenderloin, and which is amazing. And I'm going to make me some ground beef today. But I have been cooking. So yeah, I have been cooking. And even for myself, it's so good because as I told Primo, I'm not motivated to cook anymore. I'm just not motivated. Okay, so you're cooking tonight, Primo. What are you making tonight? There goes Hunter. There goes Hunter. Tamelia. You said, you won't tell Jordan because he loves steak. I love steak too. Jordan knows. Zoe too. It'd be our kids that like all the expensive stuff. It'd be our kids. Zoe loves lobster. Let me tell you, I told this story before. When I was 10 months old, my mother and father took me to City Island in the Bronx. We used to go very frequently. My mother loved City Island and my father. And I don't remember the restaurant. I don't even think that restaurant is still there anymore. And we went for lobster. Well, I was eating lobster. I had my own order of lobster at 10 months old. And they were like, oh my God, this baby's eating lobster. And yes, I was dipping it in butter and all the things, right? But I was talking. And I was like, ooh, it's so good. And this lobster, I was 10 months old. And Italy, the taste of Italy. So we have, oh my God, Primo, Zoe wants lasagna so bad. She asked me the other day, Mommy, can you make lasagna? And I have to make her one. I just haven't been up to that yet, but I need to make a lasagna. She wants enchiladas. She wants lasagna and she wants or baked ziti. So those are 3 things on Zoe's list approved that I need to make in the near future. So, and I probably won't do those things until she's off for 2 weeks during the month of April for Coachella. That's probably when we'll have those things. I'll make them then. But I was talking and the people at the next table, they were like, who is that talking? And they were like, my mother's like, it's our baby. And they're like, what? And she's eating lobster? And yes, I was. It'd be us little babies that have the champagne taste, honey. Yes, I blame it on my mama. I blame it on my mama. And my daddy. Jordan's number. Yes, he's going to text you. Wait a minute. Oh, wait. Primo says some lasagna, garlic bread, and a chicken Caesar salad. Delicious. I missed something, Tamelia, because you said Jordan's number. So has Jordan gotten a phone? Did Jordan get a phone for Christmas? Did Jordan get an actual phone? So that means Jordan can come on my YouTube channel now on his own. He doesn't have to borrow Bev's phone to do it. Because nobody told me that Jordan got a phone. Yeah. People says, I'm praying for you, Tamelia. I'm praying for you. Yes. Hunter says it sounds like some good cooking, PMC. PMC says, thank you, Hunter. Jordan's demands cutting off on your end. Yes, because baby mama got to keep repeating herself. Well, yes, we know. We know. And the proof is because Jordan keeps coming on the live stream and her mama said, I saw him last night. I saw him in there, busy being nosy in the conversation instead of going to take a bath. Right. And how many times does Tamelia have to say, Jordan, go take a bath? Jordan, go take a bath. Jordan, go take a bath. Jordan don't know. We're going to come over there and regulate. And I'm closer than Primo because I'm right over the border. I'm going to come over there and regulate Jordan's little butt. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to come spend a weekend over there with Jordan. And Jordan will be, Jordan will be the best thing since sliced bread after that weekend. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Grandma doing things. Ah. Oh my God. You didn't buy a phone, but Grandma Bev gave him her old one. Well, he was always on it anyway. See it? See? That Bev creating a monster. Nah. Primo says, Bev, we need to have a talk. Bev. Hey, BD, my love. How are you doing, my love? I am feeling amazing. A little tired, but feeling amazing. And I'm living large, BD, as always. Living large. BD said, what up, everybody? And PMC. PMC said, salute, BD. Doing good. I'm so glad. How's everything going in Phoenix? I see you all having some good weather right now. Oh, she's probably scared to come alive. No, y'all gonna get her. But you don't have any leverage with these kids, right? These kids, spoiled rotten. Let me tell you something. I used to have to threaten Mama Jewel because I'm like, Mommy, you cannot do everything I tell Zoe to do. You cannot do it for her because when you're not here anymore, what is that going to serve her? It's not. And so thank God she did listen to me because Zoe knows how to do her laundry. Zoe knows how to do everything. Now, does she do it sometimes? Probably not. But she's 28. She can do whatever the hell she wants to. She's a grown-ass woman. But I wasn't playing that because I'm like, you can't spoil her and then expect me to have to live with that? Absolutely not. We got to put Bev in check. I'm going to have to come over there and spend the weekend with Bev. That's what I'm going to have to do. You can't avoid us, my beautiful Bev. You can't avoid us. I know she's working. I know she's back in the background working. Oh, it's raining. It's raining in the UK. At some point, yes, when they get their first jobs, they can save up and buy themselves a mix of both necessities and accessories. Absolutely, Primo. Let me tell you something. My mother did spoil Zoe, right? She did. But not in a bad way. Not in a bad way. But my mother, I think a lot of times, which I don't think I know, that my mother thought it was a redo of me and her. When Zoe came out, my mother kept saying, and she, and we, and me. And I'm like, no. Zoe is my child. Remember, Zoe is not me. I gave birth to Zoe from my loins. She's not your baby. She's my baby. She's your grandbaby. But my mother would confuse that a lot of times. She would confuse it a lot of times. She really would. Yeah, she had a meeting. But wait till I go live. You putting her on blast. Don't put Bev on blast. But so, my mom was really, really trying to relive those moments because Zoe came home from the hospital right away. After 2 days, Zoe was born weighing almost 9 pounds. Zoe was a big baby. I was in the hospital for over a month. So my mother didn't bring me home as a newborn baby. And I think she was reliving that moment when I had Zoe. She was reliving that moment. Yeah, she was definitely reliving that moment. And, but yeah, indeed. And Zoe has always worked for everything. Zoe is a go-getter, and Zoe works for everything that she has and wants, and that's why I kind of wish today that things would have been different. If we would have been in another place, but everything happens in God's plans and as God wants them to happen in divine timing. Grandparents do relive moments. They do, Tamelia. They do relive moments. They do. They do. I love those hearts, Humble, Jade. They do. And I probably will too. When Zoe has a baby, if Zoe decides to have a baby and I become a grandma, I probably will too, I'm sure. But, it's a grandparent's prerogative, right? To spoil their grandchildren, There's nothing wrong with that. But I know that my mother was reliving those moments. She was definitely reliving those moments. Definitely was. Definitely. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, Primo. But Zoe has worked for everything. Zoe's been working since she was 18, before she turned 18. When she turned 18, she was training. And then at 18, she got her first job. I think she was 18, 17 or 18. Zoe voted for the first time at 18. Yes. So it's been 10 years since she's been working. This year, 10 years. Her birthday will make exactly 10 years since Zoe's been in the working industry. So a whole decade of her life at 28. And 10 years since she has voted for the very first time. She voted for her very first election was Hillary Clinton versus DT. That was Zoe's first election. Yeah. So, Zoe is a go-getter. Like, as a matter of fact, right now, Zoe applied to a job right now so that she can work part-time because she wants to make extra money. My baby works hard and she's on her feet all day. So if I could do anything to relieve that for her, that is what I want to do. That's why I'm always stressing Zoe here. And I have not put Zoe in the chat at all because I've been going on here and I keep forgetting to put her in the chat. But hopefully she'll come back soon. Zoe started doing nails. She went and got her a whole nail kit of the gel nails and everything. She did a whole set of nails last night, Tamelia. Oh my God, absolutely gorgeous. Each one is a different design and everything. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. I bought clippers so that we can cut our own hair. Zoe cut and colored her own hair. She's been coloring her hair, but she cut it for the very first time. Zoe's been doing a lot of things. I'm proud of my baby. I'm proud of my one and only baby. So, yes. Jade says, I get to see my nephew Reggie on Friday. I'm so excited. He's 6. He's going to be 7 in February. When is his birthday? When is his birthday in February? Proud Mixed Child's birthday is February 7th. Tamelia's is coming up too. Model Lorianne is January 31st. We have a lot of Aquarius people here. I know that February Christina, her birthday is February 27th. She's a Pisces like Zoe. Zoe is March February 12th. All right, Humble. Okay, I love you, Humble Jade. Mwah. Have an amazing rest of your day, my love, in the UK, my love. So, yes, Aquarius. Fifth dimension, baby. Look it up. The fifth dimension. I used to be their mascot when I was 3 years old. They used to come and perform when my dad worked, and I was their mascot, the fifth dimension. I love the fifth dimension. So, yes, Aquarius and Pisces in the building. Yes, you got a new nail tech, Tamelia. A new nail tech. Yeah. Zoe is a nail tech. Love working to earn, yes, for your family, wifey, and self. Indeed, Primo. Indeed. It's good to have a work ethic. The young people of today don't have a good work ethic. Zoe has a very good work ethic. She does. Oh, speaking of that, Tamelia, when are you starting your work? When are you starting your new job? Yep, Aquarius, Pisces, in the building. Because I know you're going to be 4 to 1. the job that I had that I was telling you about, Tamelia, I worked 5 a.m. to 1 p.m. And that was with U-Haul. It was the worst job I ever had in my life, not because of the hours, but because of the job. I could not stand working at U-Haul. I worked in their corporate office in Phoenix, Arizona. It was the worst. It was one of the worst jobs I've ever had. I have maybe 3 or so worst jobs. That was the number one worst job that I've ever had in my life. The number one worst job. Now, I know I hear you talking about your start day was the 10th. Okay, but they're waiting to fill your orientation class. Okay, so you're ready. Yes. When you were saying, "Oh, that's going to give me so much time when I get home before the boys, and I'm going to film, and I'm going to blah, blah, blah." We're going to see how that's going to work. You may have the energy to do all of that. Let me tell you something. I was in my 30s when I was younger than you when I worked at U-Haul. I had just had, no, I take that back. I take that back. Yes, I think I was. I'm trying to think if I had just had Zoe. I think I might have just had Zoe. I was 33 going on 34. I think when I worked doing those hours. Now, my favorite hours of all time were working 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Those are the hours that I worked in Phoenix. Yes, you're going to be tired. You are. Yes, wishful thing. You are going to be tired because let me tell you, I would have to go to bed so early, Tamelia, because I had to get up at like 3:30 in the morning to be ready to get myself ready for work because I didn't work close to home. So I had a long drive to be there at 5 and I couldn't be late. And I did not last that long at that job. I quit after I got my first paycheck and I never went back. Yeah, I could not stand it. But I would be so tired and I would come home in the afternoon and sit in my recliner and I would pass out and my mother would be like, "Oh my God." I'm like, "Mommy, I'm freaking exhausted." And then I'd have to go to bed. And yeah, so early at night. Yeah. That I was living in Phoenix then. Yes, you're glad you get up at 1. Yes. You have to be there at 4 a.m. Yeah. I love those hours though. I love those hours. Because I'm an early morning person. So I love that. When Zoe worked for a Lidl, she was training in South Carolina. And then at the Lidl in South Carolina. And then after training there, I think she trained for 2 months, 2 or 3 months at the one way in South Carolina. Then she worked at the Lidl here in South Carolina, like across the border, Indian land. And she had to be to work at 5 a.m. and she got off at 3, I think, or so ish. Yeah, she never got out on time though. But that was a long day. But I loved it. I loved that. I loved it for her. But she didn't like it. Zoe is not a morning person, like at all. Zoe can stay up all night, but morning, no. I wonder if Zoe would do good like at a third shift job because Zoe can be up all night. She really can. But if you had to perform and do a job, you probably wouldn't want to be up all night, you know? So yes, hate the point system, right? They only give you 5 points. Okay, primo. So yeah. What is the point system though, Tamelia, for that? What do you mean? You only get 5 points. I don't understand. I'm missing something in the translation. Well, I haven't worked in 12 years. I haven't worked in 12 years this year. So I don't know nothing. I know nothing. And everything is so different now. Like whenever I try to tell Zoe stuff, she's like, "Mommy, they don't do that kind of thing anymore. It's so different now." And I'm like, "Well, why not?" And what I hate is, that North Carolina is a right to work state, and I can't stand it. Is South Carolina a right to work state, Tamelia? Oh, and Tamelia, make sure you text me Jordan's phone number too, so that I can text him. But yeah, it's a lot, working today. Like Primo and I were talking about, quitting a job when things aren't right and leave. I've walked off a job before and had never looked back. But like I keep telling Zoe with the things that are going on in her job with the horrible management, and I'm like, everybody needs to walk off because they need you all. You all need to walk off. And they won't do it. None of them will do it. And I'm like, if you all stood together as a united front and had meetings and picketed and walked off the fucking job, they'd have to listen. Excuse my French. They'd have to listen. Yes, you got kids and stuff. You get 5. Oh, okay. So 5 times to call out. Okay. They don't accept excuses or doctor's notes. It's up to your manager to excuse points, and points don't come off until 6 months. Oh, that sucks. Well, that's Walmart. Zoe worked for Sam's Club. And that was, I don't think, one of her best jobs. She didn't like the management then. The management sucked. Hopefully at Walmart, it'll be better. She tried to get into the Walmart across the street, but because of that 5 points thing, now I get it. It's coming back to me now. Because of that, Zoe, they wouldn't hire her at Walmart. So yeah, because of that, they would not hire her at Walmart. So yes. Ooh. Yes, Primo. You said good luck, Prima. I know they won't leave. They won't do nothing, Primo. They're like, no, we're not walking off the job. We're not doing none of that. I'm like, you freaking wusses. I get it though. I get it. But let me tell you something. I could never work anywhere today. I could not work anywhere today. They should protest, yes, but they put fear in the employees. Exactly. Slave mentality. You're right, Tamalia. You're right. But we need to stick together as a community, as a people when we're working, right? And they don't. These young people don't. And, for me, I'm like, yeah, if I had to work now, if I got a job now, it would not be good. It would not be good because, all right, let me do like this. If I got a job now, let me tell you something. I told Zoe I would be there 2.5 seconds after I cuss everybody out and tell them how the job is really supposed to be done. And no, I'm not calling you my boss because guess what? You didn't found this company. You don't own this company. You got a title just like I got one. You were hired just like I was hired. You are not my boss or my superior. You are my coworker. And I'm not going for any of that. And so he's like, oh, mommy. And I'm like, yes. Oh, break is over. Pooh. Yes. Right. Never let the higher ups intimidate you. Exactly. They can't do anything. And let's be honest. Most of these businesses don't deserve efficient workers because they don't value them. Right. And they underpay. And that's how it is here, Primo. This is a right to work state. Arizona is a right to work state. Colorado, I just found out, is a right to work state. There are so many in those states. They don't have to give you any kind of notice or warning. If they come in and they see a piece of, oh, by the way, did you all notice? I cut my hair. I did it myself. I forgot. Yes. No. So, but yeah, they don't care. They don't care about the workers. They don't care about at all. And the point that they don't care is because minimum wage is still freaking $7.25. Okay, which is absolutely freaking ridiculous. Now, yes, they do pay a lot more than that. Like Zoe gets almost 3 times more than that, right? But that's not the point. Minimum wage across this country needs to start off at $25 an hour. Thank you for the hearts. It needs to start at $25 an hour and then go from there. Yes, Lexi, the stylist, I can edge you up, Prima. I'm really good. I used to cut the sperm donor's hair, and he had very long hair. I used to cut his hair. So I could definitely edge Yapp. I can edge Yapp. I could do a fade. I could do some things. Yes, I can. But doing it on my own hair is different, right? Doing your own is so different. It's so different. So yes. Thank you, my boo. Yes, Primo says, yes, because even all superiors aren't superior, right? To who they answer to. That part. That part. Or who they hire. Right. Everybody's on the same surface. Exactly. A higher position makes them no better. Right. It doesn't. It doesn't. And I totally agree with that. Totally agree with that. Yes. Walk right. Walk with your self-respect, then a check. Right. You've done it before. I've done it too. Yes, exactly. And I told you too. I've done it too. No regrets. No regrets. But it's different, right? I think because Primo, you're almost 10 years older than Zoe. So that's a little different. I know that the mindset of the 20 somethings now is different. And Zoe's very humble and she's very Zoe is not going to be insubordinate where I will be insubordinate because I'm going to tell you like it is. I'm going to tell you like it is, a point blank period. You want to write me up, then do so. But I'm going to tell you like it is because I may not cuss you out. I'm not really trying to be insubordinate, but you're not going to step to me with the BS that these managers and companies step to their workers with. Absolutely not. Like I'm not going for none of that. Absolutely not. Zoe's like, oh my God, mommy. I'm like, well, yeah. She's like, mommy, I would not last 2.5 seconds. Are you kidding me? I would not. They would be like, oh, here comes this lady again. Because every day I would have a complaint. I would have something to say. And they'd be like, here she come again. You're damn right. Because if everything was going good, I wouldn't have to say anything about it in the first place. So yeah. Just nuts. Just nuts. All right, everybody, we're going to be here for another maybe 9 minutes. 9 minutes. So yeah, because yeah. It's just crazy. It's crazy. Crazy. And I have no regrets either. Primo, are you back at work? I'm sure you are now because it's got to be almost 2:30. Yes, F that. I didn't need employment that bad to let who doesn't own or run me think that they could degrade me for a check. I had my resources as a backup, right? When I made that decision to walk, knowing the risk, me too. I had backup resources because I had another job lined up, period. Another job lined up, period. And I was in my 20s when I did that. When I walked off my job, it was me and I told you, Primo, two others. It was three of us. One of them had to go back because she was the controller of the company. So she had to go back to do payroll and that. She didn't want to leave them searching to try to get somebody to do payroll. But let me tell you something. Me and the other person, other manager, we left. And I was in management. I walked right off that job. Like absolutely, the conditions were deplorable. I came into a position where the person who was there before me was like, to hell with this. They weren't the files were on top of my desk, like up here. I'm not even lying. It was a stack of files like this. And I'm like, well, I would have never gotten through any of that. And they didn't even care. They didn't even care. And I'm like, okay, yeah, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. So that's when I left. I left. So yeah. Because what the heck? What the heck? And they didn't know what to do. They were flabbergasted. They were flabbergasted. Okay, but you're happy. Yes, I'm so glad you're able to listen, Sandra, and to be here. I'm so glad I made your workday a bit more doable this morning. Okay, honey, I love you. Thank you for coming, my dear friend, my beautiful Sandra. I'll see you next time. And see you next time. Have a good day at work, my love. Don't work too hard. So yes, have a great remaining stream, Prima. Thank you, Primo. Thank you so much. Stay safe and blessed. Take care, everyone. Have a great remaining Wednesday, everyone. Bye, Primo. I'll see you later. So yes. Okay, Primo went to feed the chickens. Primo went to feed the chickens. For anybody who doesn't know, Primo is a farmer. He works on a farm and he has his own farm as well. So yes. Ah, Tamelia said Bobby D. Bobby D. Not to be confused with BDBGP. Not the same BD. Not the same BD. Nah. Primo says, take care, BM. Take care, BM. Later, Primo. Hasta luego. So, yes. Paz y amor. Ten cuidado. Cuídate. Cuídate. So, yes. But I had such a nice time with you all today. And this is going to be my regular. I'm going to do nighttime silent streams. And I'm going to do my daily live streams here, but I am going to do some nighttime streams during the night while I'm sleeping. You will not see me. I will not be in the chat. I love watching back the nighttime streams because people are like, where's Lexi? Lexi, where are you? Why is Lexi not here? Because it says it's a silent live. Do you not understand what that means? I'm not here. I know, right, Tamelia? The most peaceful days on the farm. Yes. And being in nature and grounding yourself all the time. I think that's amazing. That I think is amazing. Yes, indeed. But yeah, don't forget, text me. And what hairstyle are we doing today? I gotta wait till you do go live or something to see what your hairdo is. Oh, and you know what I gotta tell you? I'm getting ready to tell you right now. My beautiful Tamelia Boo. You know that K Money is a pain in the ass. And you know that's why I don't come in the chat sometimes, because that K Money is in there. I have blocked him, by the way. He is blocked from my channel. He is blocked from Lorianne's channel too. K Money is a freaking nuisance. He is a nuisance. Just thought I'd share that with you. Last night he was in the chat and I saw Stash came in there and K Money's like, hey, my brother Stash. I looked at Zoe and I'm like, Stash is not your brother, K Money. Okay, you just defined your curls and yeah, oh, you made a decision today. He's out of there as soon as he show up. Well, you don't have to wait till he shows up. Go to your stream from yesterday. Go to slide over till you get to the live chat. You have to watch it through though to see when he enters. And you could go in there, click on his name, hide him from your channel or block. You can do that. You don't have to wait till he shows up. You can already do that. And then he won't show up and he won't even know what hit him. Yeah, do that. You know, you don't have to be confrontational. You could go on your old live stream. I told James that the other day too. Go to your old live streams. When there's people there who you don't want on your live stream anymore, go to your old live stream. You can unmod and all that, especially if you don't have a laptop. Do that. Yes. Right. Exactly. He does it to everybody. I've seen him on so many people's chats, and I'm like, really? Are you over here doing the same damn thing? He goes to all the women's chats and asks the same questions. And he was doing that to Lorianne. I'm like, you don't even know her. And that is so rude and disrespectful. I'm like, no. So she blocked him. I said, block his ass. Because if I come to a chat and he's in there, I'm blocking him. You don't even have to ask me twice. So you want to leave him in your chat? Don't worry, because I'll come and block his ass. And then he won't have to say anything to you. Be like, I was blocked. Yes, you was blocked. And every time you come in the chat, if you get a new thing, I'm going to block you. Point blank, period. Point blank, period. Yes. Yes. Because he is a nuisance. And, you know, it's okay to have fun and do all that in the live stream and stuff. But that gets annoying very fast. It gets annoying very fast. You know, you have good guys in your live stream. Stash is a good guy. Maine is a good guy. Primo is a good guy. You know, even Mikey. Mikey is so loving. Yes, Mikey can be different, but Mikey is so loving. He never comes in there and disrespects or anything. And then you have K Money and whoever else is going to come in there with the BS. I haven't clocked who else is in there with the BS, but K Money K Money's got to go. K Money has got to go. So yes. Right? When are we going to stop getting the trolls, Tamelia? When? Well, we're so beautiful and gorgeous. They're just attracted. They're just attracted to us. They're just attracted to us. I had one. Remember? You had him too. What was that child's name? Began with a B. You had him too. And remember, I told you he was on your live stream, but he was texting me on my phone and calling me babe and wifey and all this stuff, right? But then he was in your chat, kept asking you what you wearing and what you doing and whatever. And I said something to him in your chat. And I'm like, oh, really? That's what we doing? You going? And he would go to Lafita. He would go to every woman's chat. That is gross. All right. You want to be a hoe? Don't do it on the internet. Don't come to my live stream with that mess. Absolutely not. Do not do it. Don't come over here with that mess. And I was really nice to him because he lives in Chicago where my sister lives and everything. I'm like, okay, he's a homie. I'm gonna be nice. We can exchange numbers because there's nothing else going on. But it's like, yeah, no. Internet hoes. There you go. Clock that. I hope YouTube makes this my live. Oh, it's not going to make it because I'm on the computer. If I wasn't on the computer, that would make a good. I'm going to have to go back to that and make this a video. Internet hoes, stop hoeing in my live stream. Clock it. Clock it. I love it. I love this live stream today. I love it. I love it. See, what would I do without you, Tamelia? If you hadn't come in here today, but I'm so glad you're here because, I'm always at your thing. I just want you to know I'm always there. But a lot of times I cannot, and AI hosts that part too. Oh, there's a lot of that. But a lot of times I'm not in your chat, but I just want you to know I'm always supporting and I'm always there watching and liking, always watching, always there, boo. Sometimes I just can't chat. I was explaining to Primo, I never go in other chats where the people that I don't care about, I'm not going in your chat. But I will always be in yours and Pretty's, and I will be at Primo's on February 7th. I told him I will be there on his birthday if he goes live. I will make a point of being there. I have to make sure that I'm aware that he's there because I miss everybody's stuff. These freaking YouTube notifications that don't work. But yeah. Yes, I love you, honey. I love you so much. Yes. You didn't even wild out today. Yes, you do. Yeah. Call me. Yes. Call me, honey. Call me, my love. Call me, baby. Yes. Oh, it's okay, honey. I do because I do stuff when I get off. But most days after 3 p.m., I'm available. Even if you can't, because I know that's the kid time. Even if you call me before that, you can always call me before that. If I don't answer, leave me a message and I'll call you. I'll try to call you right back. I will, because that happens with me and Pretty too. Sometimes she calls and I'm not near the phone or my ringer is off. And I'm like, well, where was I when she called? How did I miss that? So yeah, no worries. We don't ever talk a lot. So yeah, give me a call anytime, honey, anytime. Always leave me a message or text me too that you're going to call or something. Yeah, I'm always available. I'll be available. It just for me, I'm doing so many other things are in here. It's not like I'm in the street or anything. I'm definitely not outside. Yesterday was the first time we went outside. I kept saying to Zoe, we outside. We outside. I'm like, I need to get my ass back in the house. We outside. I'm not like you and Bev. You and Bev be outside every day. I don't be outside. When I go outside, I'm like, no, I need to be back in my house. Yes, to stay. Right, I know. I'm always on the phone. Oh my God. She is in Pretty or she is in me because I'm always on the phone. I'm always on the freaking phone. I really am. That's what Lorianne always says. She's like, you didn't answer me. You must be on the phone. I'm like, how you know? Not outside. I was outside yesterday. I had to, though. It was necessary yesterday. It was necessary yesterday. But I didn't want to be. But yeah, we have to talk as soon. Hopefully, we'll be able to meet up. We'll be able to meet up. Maybe soon, coming down the pike. Because soon, I think Zoe's going to be off soon. I know she's trying to take off for Coachella. I don't know if she'll be off before that, but maybe during that time will be good for us. So yeah, maybe we can meet up. But because I think she's off then. So yeah, she tries to do that every year, take off. And I'm like, yeah, because she doesn't get vacation. We don't go anywhere or do anything. But she loves just to rest and do that. So yeah, that would be good for us. I got to try and have some coin in I could try and have some coins. Because that's one thing too. Like I never have any coins. Oh, okay. You and Zoe, yay. Okay, good. Yeah, good. That's good. Yeah, I think she tries to stay in touch with Lorianne too. Yeah. I don't think she has yet with Pretty, because Pretty's always telling her how to keep in touch, but with both of their work schedules, Zoe's working all day, Pretty's working all night. So yeah, it's hard for them to get together. So yes. Oh, I'm excited. All right, everybody. I guess it's time for me to go. But give me a ring. Give Bev my love. Don't forget to give me Jordan's number. And or text it to me or anything so I could put it in my phone book. Because I have you and Bev. I think I put both of your numbers on the same thing. So I never know whose number is whose. I never know. So when you call me, we have to fix that. I got to fix that in my phone book. I got to fix it because I never know whose is whose. So yeah. On speed dial for these nails. Yes. I will definitely tell her that. They're really pretty. I should have taken a picture. She showed, because I didn't stay up all night last night. She finished them at like 1:00 this morning. But they are pretty. She's doing an excellent job. They are gorgeous because we were paying so much money to get nails done. And I'm like, yeah, no. So she's doing it now herself. I will go someplace though, like for a pedicure maybe. And a pedicure, I think, is like $50. And but we were going to get our nails and feet done. And for the two of us, it would be almost $300. And I'm like, yeah, absolutely not. I definitely don't have money like that. So absolutely not. But all right, my love bug, I love you. And I thank you for coming. Thank you for coming, my darling, And I can't wait to see your hair. And I will chat with you later, whenever you call me, whenever, any day, any afternoon. And for sure on a Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, I'm not live and I'm not on here. So we can always talk on those days extensively. But I'm off of here today, so you can call me whenever you want to. I love you. I love you plenty. I see you, all of my peeps, all of my love bugs. And I'm proud of you. And I'm proud of us. So yes. Yeah. So call me anytime. Yeah. All right, everybody. Let me go check in on Ma'am and see what she's doing later. Chat. I think it's just me and you. It says there's more people here right now. There's 6 people watching. They're in the bushes. Bye, bush people. Bye, because I'm always in the bushes. So bye, bush people. We love you, bush people. Bush people, make sure you hit like, bush people. Make sure you hit like, bush people. I know one for sure is in the bushes. Everybody else I don't know about. If you're ciphering, there's nothing to cipher here. There's nothing. What you see is what you get. I mean what I say, and I say what I mean. And I will say it to anybody. Whatever I say here, I will say it to your face. You don't have to worry about it. Ain't nothing happening. Ain't nothing happening. All right, my love. Go finish your hair. Salute to you, my darling. And I'll talk to you later. Give Bev my love, please. Give Bev my love and my little lucky boo. My little lucky boo. All right, everybody. Peace out, Girl Scout. I'll see you later.